Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Forced out to his right. He can run it. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. This finds Mitchell, complete. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Working quickly here. Motioning him from the slot right. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
From the red zone now. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the gun, it's Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish up an excellent series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
On now is York to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. Tackled on the play by the rookie out of Ole Miss.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. It's taken in by Williams. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And he moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Brought in right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. To the air yet again, May. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Neither side separating much so far. More coming up after this quick break. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They've got a man in motion. May trying again here on second. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. May now from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Hand off now, running right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Daniels. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Daniels on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. A tight end in motion now. Second down and 10. Daniels. Diving. It looks close. They say he caught it. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
We're working a couple yards past the line. Tuli Tuipulotu in for the tackle. And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Catch made by Mitchell. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here. Daniels now. That throw behind his intended target.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion was still pretty good, too.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. That one's out and cut on the right side. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Now is York to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. First down throw for May. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. He's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Running back sent in motion. Operating from the gun. Here's May. Chased out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun, it's May. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Back to throw it. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
You could put that sack right into the coverage sack category. You can see the quarterback, he's scanning, right? He's going through his progressions. 1, 2, 3, nobody's open. And then, bam, sack lunch.
Looking to throw. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it from the gun. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Here's May to the air. On the move, headed right. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, it looked to me like this one, he leaves the pocket, and this is where you're out on the schoolyard, out on the playground, and you're looking for your buddy to find that connection. Unfortunately, receiver QB, they could not find the completion that time.
The give here on 2nd. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Offense in the hurry up here.
43-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
May on 1st and 10. Cut out left. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Caught, nice gain left side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Jaguars' 6-yard line.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Bengals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Daniels from the pistol. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 4. Hits his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast. Here he is on. Oh no, the ball is loose. And now the Bengals have it. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
To the air on 1st down, May. Throw left side, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. From the red zone now. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Back to the air, it's May. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here.
At the 9-yard line. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
May now from the gun. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Working quickly here.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now we've got whistles, but not for delay of game. They were able to get a timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. It's 2nd and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete. And in, touchdown, Las Vegas. hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals push their lead to 3. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Oakland. Jaguars down by only 3. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Play fake here, Daniels. Called in left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he has this one past the 50 will start downhill into Bengals territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. It sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Setting up to pass. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this one does not go far. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Throwing now. Pass call along the sideline by Mitchell. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 25-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here he is to throw. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he is to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. On comes Cade York, a line riding on this kick. This 42 yards from the right hash. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Cade York now on for the field goal. This 42 yards from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him. And he delivers.
Now is York to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Made a throw it. Looking for a target. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. On play action, here's May. Trying for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Looking to throw it. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it deep downfield.
You know, Kurt, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The entire game now resting on the right foot of this kicker. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good! And they've taken back the lead.